here to sing the national anthem, please give a warm round of applause to Michael Henry.
Please rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say thus that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Michael. That was fantastic. Come in, grab a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, the finals are happening right now. And I want to encourage you to choose the team that you want to win, and I want you to cheer them on to victory, because we all know in table tennis, when you have people cheering behind you, it makes a huge difference. So I want you to make some noise for the players throughout this best of 5 match series. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 North American Teams Championship powered by Joola. Are you guys ready to get down with a get down? Oh, that didn't really work for me. I'm gonna try this one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the finals. Are you ready for the get down? That's what I'm talking about. Our first team coming to center court right now. They're known as ICC. Give a round of applause for Whenzhang, Chen, and Wang Jinxin. Why don't you guys show some love? Send some balls out to the crowd. There's people over here, don't forget. Oh yeah. These 3 elite players will be facing off against the gentlemen known as the Westchester Aces. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Wang. Liang, Jishan, Chen, Wang, and Zhang. And our officials today will be Dan Reynolds, and he will be assisted by Raymond Long. Gentlemen, please shake hands, and let's get this underway. And Westchester, you throw out some balls to the crowd. It shows this side some love too, Kai.
All right, welcome back to the 2016 North American Team Championships powered by Joola for the champion in you. We are back in the beautiful National Harbor just outside of DC, bringing to you the final round between ICC and the Westchester Aces. My name is Brian Song, and I'm joined by Rajat Hubli, and we will be commentating this great matchup that we have coming up. And the first round will be between Wang and Whenzhang. Just to go a little bit over the format, this is a 3 out of 5 singles match, team match. So each match counts for 1 point, and the first team to get to 3 is the winning team. This first round will be between, again, Wang and Whenzhang. Rajat, do you have any scouting info on these two guys here?
Oh yeah, thanks Brian. I've been watching these two guys in this whole tournament. Wang seems to be very experienced, very calm-headed, very good decision-making person. He's like a chopper, but he attacks when needed and when he needs a point. And on the other hand, Whenzhang is like very quick, fast, and good forehand style player. Very, very fast. So we're going to have a very good match, I think.
Yeah, it'll be a nice contrast. You mentioned that Wang is a chopper, and that's a very defensive style of play where a guy plays off the table and hits heavy, heavy underspin chops in order to make it very difficult for the attacking player. Just a little background on Wang. He was the former #1 player in Spain, had a high world ranking of number 78, and had a USATT high rating of 28.15, which he is currently. He uses DHS Hurricane 3 on the forehand rubber and TSP short pips on his backhand. Tell us a little bit about the short pips decision here with this chopping player.
I think we've been seeing all this, like recently, people using more short pips than the long pips on the backhand. It's more because I think he can vary the ball. So like with the long pips, it's usually only heavy underspin and heavy backspin. And with the short pips, he can do both, like heavy spin and then like a bit light to confuse and to vary to change the pace, as well as to attack. I think he's more of an attacking chopper. You will see that actually.
Great. We'll talk a little bit about his opponent, Whenzhang, maybe in the break, but right now we're getting underway here. Let's see how this match unfolds.
A good chop to start with.
That is a big forehand cross court.
A lot of power by this guy, Whenzhang. Very powerful.
And that's some of that attacking we were talking about, Rajat. Looks like this guy can do it all. That was a little bit of that short pips fooling Whenzhang. He thought he had to lift it much higher, but he ended up pushing it deep.
It's going to be a very tactical match, I think.
I mean, those forehands are so heavy. One thing we failed to note, Rajat, was that Tao is actually a pen holder as well. So he's going to be very aggressive.
More power from the forehand when it's a pen hold player.
Yeah, we saw it right there, Rajat. That is a huge forehand.
I think when I said like tactical, it's going to be Tao Whenzhang wanting to attack and the other guy not letting him attack.
Wang, though, trying to get in some strikes himself. That is a really big forehand.
I think Wang already knows this. Like, he needs to attack more against Whenzhang, not be on the defensive mode.
And you saw there, he was just flipping it with his short tips. You can almost always rely on a chopper to try to chop that, but not Wang.
That's a lot of power and very less time to react for Wang. Very less time.
Heavily angled as well, really arcing out the other way. Oh, he totally messed up that serve, but got the point anyway. Whenzhang wasn't quite ready for it.
I think he got lucky this point.
He kind of went for the same serve again. That looked like topspin both times.
Yeah, it was topspin actually.
That is a huge forehand.
I think Wang has very less chances when he's defending and chopping.
Oh, he must have got the message, but not quite able to execute there, Rajat.
I think he'll come up with his big backhand serve again and try to put pressure on Tao Whenzhang.
Looks like he has, I was gonna say, it looked like he had the short pips out for the serve. Wow, what a return.
That was good anticipation.
So from 9-7 up, Wang loses the 4 points in a row.
First game 11-9.
Drops that game 11-9. All right, so that was the first game, Rajat. If you're Wei Wang's coach, what are you saying to him right now?
I would like to tell him like attack more on the forehand of Whenzhang, because Whenzhang is always like pushing it to his backhand and being ready on the backhand. So probably like more be ready on the forehand side and hit more on his forehand, and also serve short on the forehand, I think, because Whenzhang is like, he's very good on the backhand side. When he turns, he's so fast, so much power. And Wei Wang knows that when he chops or when he defends, he probably has won 1 out of 5 points in this game.
And we see that he can attack. We'll see if he tries to be more aggressive going into the second game.
I think he'll come back with his experience in the game. Let's see.
Wow, that is just a bullet.
I think that could be a good plan, attacking on the forehand.
That was weird. He floated a kind of a dead ball up there. It was a loop, but it ended up having no spin. There again, he attacks out to the forehand, Rajat.
Brian, I think he's coming back. I think he's gonna fight back and
Hopefully we'll
his
get a
game.
5-gamer. Yeah, he certainly looks comfortable, though, going for that shot inside in with the forehand. It's interesting that you should mention that attacking the forehand of the pen holder is the way to go. They can step around so well. The ref giving Whenzhang a warning there for an illegal toss. Just for the viewers out there, the toss of the serve needs to be straight up and 6 inches high to be legal, and you cannot cover the point of contact.
He's very fast, Whenzhang. When he turns around, he's very fast.
Whoa.
I've started to understand that Whenzhang loves choppers. I think he's going to have a good game. He likes playing against choppers.
And you're right here. Wei Wang has played, I don't know, 1 out of 3 points chopping. He's attacking a lot.
He believes this, like, he doesn't have stand much chance while chopping. Every time he's hitting, you see his reaction, Wei Wang. He's like, okay, I cannot win this point this way. I think he's gonna like attack more. Probably change the game a bit.
Ooh. Lucky net cord there at a critical point in the match. Getting one of Wei Wang's 2 serves. These guys both have humongous forehands, Rajat.
I think they're one of the best in the tournament we've seen.
You can't do that, right, Rajat?
I think Whenzhang has one of the best forehands in America, at least. So powerful. All those shoulders coming up on the ball.
Ooh, and there was a little of that trickery with the short pips chop. That one looked like it had no spin on it. He missed the table by like 6 feet.
So he's trying to change it up because the chop doesn't seem to work.
Such a good feeling at 8-all in a tight match. Guy just dumps a serve in the net. Ooh, and again, 2 receive misses by Whenzhang. Really good feeling.
I think this is where he's using his experience and everything. 2 service points at 8-all. You need to be really thinking in the game.
Ooh, went for it there. Burns one of his game points. See what he does on the second one. Is he going to be aggressive?
He's back in the game.
He's back in. It's 1-all. I think that little fish shot had a little side spin on it. Whenzhang wasn't quite ready. Couldn't convert the inside out. Really quickly, if we want to talk about Whenzhang, he was the U.S. Open champion in 2014. He beat Jin Wei-da along the way, a Japanese national team member. He has a current rating of 2730. Meanwhile, Wang has a rating of 2815. So if we go strictly by ratings, Wang is favored here. That being said, you know, when you get to the really high ratings, they don't really mean anything. So if we want to talk about who is favored here, what do you think, Rajat?
I don't know if you saw in the second game, after 5 points, after it was 5-5, Wang just didn't chop even once. He put 2 no spin balls, and the last one he put a flat side spinny ball, because he knows that he's very comfortable, Whenzhang, with the chops. So he's trying to mix it up now.
Nice little net to start the third game here for Wang.
Lucky point this time.
Jeez, he takes that forehand kill right off the bounce. Doesn't give his opponent any time at all, Whenzhang.
And he's playing the white lines of the table. So it's really corner and very well placed. And he knows he's hitting on the white lines. And he wants that. That's really precision.
You know, I don't think I've seen Whenzhang hit a backhand yet. Aside from pushes, right, to open up the point, but he's really good at running around that thing, huh?
I think Whenzhang is a very forehand-oriented player. I saw his semi-final match, which was a close one. He uses backhand only to flip and receive and stuff and block. Not much attacking from backhand. See how he picked it up on the bounce and just didn't give any time for the other to play.
He's standing very close to that edge of the table, not backing up an inch. Wei Wang is really getting pushed back now in these rallies. That's the second or third time where he's been trying to hit lobs way out to the forehand. I can't imagine him winning too many points like that.
You're right, Brian. He needs more time to play, and Whenzhang doesn't give him any time. He's like finished with one shot and he's already like on his knees for the other.
Oh, there was a nice backhand.
He has a very good backhand block, so what he used it now, and then good backhand flips. So I think he might flip some services as well.
Wei Wang looking a little lost out there on that point. Not really sure what he's trying to do out there. And that time he was able to convert sort of the chopping into a big forehand.
He needs to do more of that.
You saw there he tried to, instead of chopping it, lob it back with a lot of topspin.
And Whenzhang was ready on the table. Picked it up on the bounce.
There's those short pips again. That ball is dead or not heavy at all because, I mean, he's missing that loop by miles. A little comeback here by Wei Wang.
Seems like a quiet comeback and 2 quick points. Little pressure on Whenzhang right now. Let's see what he does.
He needs one of these. He really wants that one back. I mean, it seemed like a regulation push.
That's a big relief for him. Like an easy point without hitting a topspin. Gave him a lot of confidence the last point. He was under pressure, one easy point, and now he lashes out. He's still in there. He's still in there.
Both players showing a bunch of speed on that point. Wow, Wang able to get around that shot and still make a big forehand instead of trying to chop it with his backhand.
See, both players are like very strategically serving. Short on the forehand so that they don't let them flip, and probably trying to attack on the third ball.
Probably the easiest forehand Whenzhang's missed all day. Was sitting up there for him. Sent it into the net.
It's the short pips that you were talking about, I think. It kind of changed the speed. Again, a short service to the forehand. Always works when it's close. Kind of always works. I use it sometimes as well, but not as smart as these guys.
People never are brave at the end of games like that, trying to go with the big swat off the short serve. And with that big forehand going deep, Wei Wang drops the third game. Whenzhang is up 2-1. So Wei Wang, although technically being higher rated, is looking at a 2-1 hole right now. One thing I was thinking about, Rajat, is he's in his mid-30s. I think significantly older than Whenzhang. He's played a lot of matches. How do you think that plays into this, the finals of a long, long weekend of table tennis?
I think you're right, Brian. I think Wang is also probably here in America only like 2 weeks before. I saw him playing the Westchester tournament, but before that I didn't see him around. And Whenzhang is living in California. He trains at the ICC, the Indian Community Center. It's one of the biggest table tennis clubs in America. So I think it's also, he's probably a bit tired, Wang, but I think everything is playing to Whenzhang's side because he's very confident on choppers when he's playing against choppers or defensive players. It's kind of a mindset also, I think.
Yeah, you did mention that at this highest level of game, it can just be all about matchups. With a slump of the shoulders, a little sigh there from Wang. Maybe he is really tired. He looks fit, though. You gotta give him that. Tao not able to react to that at all, except for the nice catch with the left hand. Ooh, he wanted that one bad. You saw him creeping ever closer to the edge of the table there. Finally, he pulls the trigger down the line.
I think he went a bit too hard.
Just sent it a little deep, yeah. And for the first time, Wang wins one of these little lobber points. Could it be a long-term strategy where his opponent might wear down a little bit? I mean, you do have to work so hard when you play these choppers.
I think you're right, Brian. Like, you need to be like so concentrated against these choppers, and one lapse moment and the chopper takes a lead and he's back in the game.
4-1 with one serve remaining. This is a perfect start for Wang.
Whenzhang trying hard to concentrate again. I think he lost a little bit of concentration while trying to hit two balls very hard. Probably he was thinking he was feeling good.
That ball has to be broken. So many balls murdered out here over the weekend, especially by these top guys. They swing so hard.
It's as soon as you hit the edge of your racket once, it's broken.
Both players taking a second to make sure the new one's good. An interesting rule that I found out actually very recently: if the ball hits the edge and cracks, then it's automatically a let. Even if that ball was going to be sent out, you know, that one went out of the stadium. But they're going to call it a let because the instant that the ball cracks, then it's automatically a let, and the result of that shank does not count to the continuing score of the match.
Yeah, I think this rule is a bit, let's say, not very clear.
Wang benefiting from that. He gets that point back. Make it 5-2. Unbelievable. What a chop, way out. I mean, he was going to hit the fence over here right in front of us, Rajat.
Exactly. Probably one of those points he won against while chopping.
He's got to be feeling really good right now. And just like you're talking about, seemingly in the blink of an eye, I mean, it must have been 2 minutes since you mentioned that. We got 7-2. Just a little blink, really, from Whenzhang. Now he takes a deep breath, looks down. Where is he going to go from here?
I think he lost the concentration a lot in this set. The ball broken, he hit 2 balls out.
This game is basically over.
He might try to put the pieces again back. Even if he doesn't win the set, probably just be in the game for the next set. But yeah, as you said, I think it's more or less done.
I think that's a really important message for everybody out there. You know, even if you're down like that, good, just try to stay into it and try to bring some momentum in the next game. Fortunately, Whenzhang not quite able to do that. Drops it 11-3.
I think all of a sudden in this game, Whenzhang started to flip his service. Even though he was comfortable like pushing and then attacking, he's trying to flip it from his backhand. Maybe something he wants to try to just unsettle Wang. What do you think?
Certainly trying new things at the end of that 4th game. I think I'd rather see him do what he was doing best, which is basically kill forehands. You can see his teammates over there gesticulating wildly with their forehands. Just kill it, man.
I think their coach and their teammates, they're like quite clear on the strategy. They're like, just focus on the same thing. Use your forehand. Don't get don't lose your concentration. And Whenzhang seems to be a bit not very comfortable right now. I don't know.
Well, he did. I mean, Wang benefited from that interesting rule. I've seen that play out in the past. In Westchester, in the open division, that same rule came into play, and the player just dumped the next serve, just basically giving the point back because he knew that he didn't deserve it.
That's
now
also another fair play, I think.
Right, exactly. But Whenzhang comes out firing here. He gets 2-0.
2 short serves on the forehand, and he's back with his strategy again.
Whoa, what a push. Very short.
I think he's good with this strategy. Short pushes on the forehand, short serve on the forehand.
I did it again. Wang opting to run around it and receive with that short pitch. Totally surprised Whenzhang. That's his bread and butter shot. He's going to have to go for that no matter what. He's got to just shake that off and say, look, I missed it, but I'm going to go for it again.
Brian, for some reason, I think Whenzhang is out of his comfort zone or something like that. He's feeling a bit different.
But there's that play again. He was able to drop it short there out to Wei Wang's forehand and then wait for his forehand opportunity. He's made some pretty bad mistakes in this 5th game, but it's still 4-all. As is often the case when you play a chopper or shot, you sort of live and die by what the attacker does.
Right. And also you see Wang, all this while he was calm, composed.
He's been here before.
You know, he's losing points like that, but he's okay. He says he still believes it. He's calm. He's taking his time. He'll try to serve short on the forehand and then attack.
This 5th game really heating up though at 5-all in the 5th. And there we saw for the first time this game really Wei Wang trying to attack with a forehand. Just clips the top of the net cord there. And now Wei Wang in trouble. I mean, both players just raising their game back and forth. Whenzhang with 2 serves at 7-5. On that last point, he was able to make some great forehands cross court, but still conservatively, like he was never going to miss those, and he knew it. Oh, dang, I didn't even see that, but it looks like the ref is saying that Whenzhang won that point to get it 8-5, and we got a timeout. I mean, this is the perfect time for it. Whenzhang hitting in the point just before this one, some very measured, powerful forehands, and then on that point, just going for broke.
I didn't see that neither. The ball, like, it hit the net and the edge, I think, because I saw Whenzhang apologizing for it.
Oh, it must have then.
But it was very fast. We didn't see it at all.
He was going for it.
Nevertheless, I think it's the best time to take a timeout.
And it's so interesting. You know, we're talking about how Wei Wang looked like he was cruising, how he was very calm, collect. And then all of a sudden, Whenzhang unleashing that forehand to get it to 8-5. Would you want Wei Wang to be aggressive here or to try to do something with the short pips? What would you say to him if you were out there?
Very good question, Brian. Because, you know, like as you were saying, he was not attacking a lot of this set. So I don't know if I would tell him to attack more because he didn't attack it till now and he might miss a ball. And right now, missing a ball.
Oh, well, that was neither. He missed a regulation push, feeling a lot of pressure for Whenzhang. That's the pressure he's putting on with that forehand. Whenzhang benefiting from a ball crack himself. He just crushed that ball way out of the, I mean, that was nowhere near the table. And they're calling a let because it broke.
Yeah, I think this was more fair because I think he didn't touch it with his edge and he was trying to hit the ball and it broke. So I think these are the ones which you have to replay it.
I would have made it 10-5 if, well, all right. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so Wei Wang gets the point that he should have won to make it 9-6. We got a timeout here. Both players know that this is just the most critical juncture of the match.
Yeah, I think they did a fair play. Like they replayed the game. That was a good decision, I think. Now we'll see what Whenzhang comes up after this timeout. I think it was a bit sooner the timeout. What do you think? He only lost 1 point. But he doesn't want to take any risk, I think.
Yeah, he knows that Wei Wang has a ton of experience. you know, technically the higher rated player. And of course, this is the first match in a 3 out of 5 team match. Getting that first win, big momentum switch, momentum swing towards his team if he's able to close it out, Whenzhang. He does not want to take any chances.
Yeah, let's see what he does, Whenzhang, when he's receiving after the timeout. Maybe he will flip.
Oh, he goes for the flip, not able to make it though. I like that play at 9-6, but since he didn't execute, now he's feeling a little pressure. Huge forehand down the line.
I think smart play by Whenzhang. He went for the first ball a little bit slower than usual so that he can set it up for the next one.
Triple match point. Wow, we saw for the first time a reverse backhand loop. And then he was trying to take that right off the bounce. I mean, it was almost too early.
I think he lost his cool again. He tried to rip the ball very hard.
Now 2 serves for Wang. No timeouts. Now we're at a very interesting point of the match, Rajat. Goodness gracious.
I believe, Brian, the point before was very important.
He's going to attack Whenzhang. Let's see if he can pull it off. You can hear the crowd going nuts. Wang just saved 3 match points on the trot. Cool and calm, like he's got ice in his veins. Look at him.
Very cool, very cool. And using all his experience, you know. No need to hit very hard. Putting the ball on the table.
Oh, Tao's just totally falling apart now. The wheels are coming off. Wang, on the other hand, again, just such a slick customer here. Now he's got a match point.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner of the first match from Westchester.
Goodness gracious, Rajat. I cannot believe what we just saw in just the first match of this finals. Triple match point saved by Wang. He takes it on the first time of asking for himself.
Amazing match. You see what really experience does, like keeping cool and taking your time, not rushing. He won the match, most important match in the finals. He gives Westchester a good start, 1-0.
And that's got, yeah, you're so right. It's got to be experience. I mean, this guy's played a bazillion matches over the course of his career. He's probably saved triple, double, you know, he's probably saved match points many, many times. I mean, yeah, experience. He's been there before. He knew how to do it. And Whenzhang just basically hitting himself out of contention there. I mean, he kept going for it and going for it. Very brave, for sure. Just not quite able to get it to land.
Just when I thought at 9-7, Whenzhang played the first ball slowly and then hit the second ball hard and got a good point. I think at 10-7, he went too hard to crack the ball.
Let me ask you this, though, Rajat. If you're the coach and you see your player being brave like that, really just throwing it all out there, sticking to his game, really, because that's Wenzhang's game, is to be aggressive. What do you tell a guy after the match?
Well, after the match, I won't go close to him because I know he's very angry right now.
He is angry. Look at him over there.
Yeah, and you can see none of his teammates want to talk to him right now because he might just break more balls. I don't know what he's going to do there. But yeah, good question though. Like going back to the training hall and stuff, I would try to tell him, I will try to show this video again and again and tell him, look, you know, you're a very good player, young, strong, but you need to learn. You need to keep your, you need to keep your head calm. Nothing else. He doesn't need to do anything about his technique, nothing about any strokes. Forehand is still the best. Just a little bit of
Just a little bit too aggressive at the end there, you would say.
yeah, just about staying calm. And
All right, so that, with that, Rajat, we got the Westchester Aces up 1-0 against ICC. We got the second match. Hopefully it'll be as good as the first. It'll be tough to top. We got the second match between Jishan Liang and Bob Chen. They're warming up right now. Jishan Liang is up in the top in the Westchester green. And we have Bob Chen on the bottom with the ICC on the back in the blue. Just a little background on both players. Jishan Liang is 2667 rated USATT. He got to the second place, his team did, in Division 1 of the 2015 Butterfly teams. This year he's at the Joola teams. He last year won the NCTTA team championships with Texas Wesleyan, and in 2015 was the champion at the Butterfly Carry Cup, where he beat his teammate Zhang. Talk a little bit about Bob Chen after the break. Really quickly, Rajat, what do you know about these two guys' styles?
I think Bob Chen, I've heard he's very balanced player. So I think very calm, blocks well, hits well, serves well.
And we see right away that Jishan's a lefty. What type of style do you think he plays?
And Jishan is like a big forehand player. So much power. Yeah, so I think Jishan is like very good service and third ball attack player. A lot of power in his forehand.
That one sounded like it broke as well. Are they going to make them call a let? Oh, that thing's definitely broken. It's a ping pong ball graveyard out here, Rajat.
Already we saw, I think, 3 balls breaking.
That's correct, 3. Let's keep count. I want to say 12 balls get broken by the end of this tournament, or at least just in this one duel match. But here, see now, both guys are talking about, are they going to give them the let or not?
Yeah, so I mean, I think we started a bit badly during the first match, because usually it's a let when the ball is already broken, like we saw in Whenzhang's case. And this one, when it's like hits the edge and goes wayward, it's not a let usually.
They're calling it a let here.
Yeah, and I think Jishan was not happy about it.
Well, the point went to Jishan anyway, it looks like. So at least there's that. Bob Chen showing some really good speed there. He's got a really short, compact stroke, but clearly has a lot of power on it. Jishan not able to control it at all when he had to receive with his backhand there. Thinking for a second there we had another ball that was broken, but looks like that one's okay.
It sounded like that. You're right, actually. I think Bob Chen's gonna play it like this. He's gonna serve well, he's gonna put the balls on the table, he's gonna block, and he's gonna let Jishan do the things.
He's got a very compact forehand. Doesn't have those long, wild swings that a lot of these Chinese guys have. But he's showing he's got no problem counter looping way off the table.
I also feel Bob Chen is a good counter looper. He takes the ball on the rise, short action, and just puts the ball back.
But with interest, that's a heavy ball he's got. Now he's looking at a nice little 7-4 lead here. Both players going to the towel there. There's that big forehand you were talking about.
Jishan has a very big forehand, and he's like surprisingly very good on the backhand side when he's turning. He has more power than from his forehand side.
Now Bob Chen did get out to an early lead, but now he's back at 7-all. Still has 2 serves to try to make it 9-7. Great down the line strike there, standing way up on the table, really punishing Jishan.
Yeah, you're right. It was so good placement. A short action down the line. That's what it was needed.
Looked like a Jim Butler backhand just slap.
He took a very good chance, and it worked.
Especially off a little net cord by Bob Chen early in that rally. Wasn't phased at all. Just punched into that corner. Now double game point for Jishan. Those are the types of points that Bob wants to have more of. I mean, he's able to push him way back. Jishan does not look comfortable way back there, going for a wild backhand.
Right. Jishan, every time he tries, it goes away from the table, he tries a shot. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Got a let ball there. Bob Chen to serve again. 9-10. Still game point.
Very good underspin service. And the placement was good. He was serving the whole game on center and forehand of Jishan. A sudden service on the backhand.
Yeah, Bob didn't look ready for that shot, to be totally honest. He looked a little bit surprised. He did open up with a good backhand banana flip. Now game point again. Kind of a funky ending to a very competitive first game there at 12-10. I mean, you've been right the whole time about Bob Chen's game. I mean, he's just pretty good at everything. Plays a very controlled style. Jishan, on the other hand, going for big forehands and also some big backhands too. So we'll see if it's going to be the controlled style of Bob Chen or Jishan's very aggressive style winning out. What do you think they're saying to it, Bob, over there?
I think they're trying to tell him that, okay, don't stay so much on the forehand of Jishan. Try to play on the backhand and maybe serve differently, I think. That's what I'm trying to make out from their hand actions and something like that. Brian, but it's amazing how the momentum has changed completely. Probably just 15 minutes back, we were thinking of Tao and Zhang cruising over Wang, and we were starting to believe ICC is going to win this. And now you see that few points here and there, and now Westchester looks comfortable with Kai Zhang to follow, the whiz kid from New York.
Absolutely. Just really quick, some background on Bob Chen. His current rating is 27-26 compared to Jishan Liang's 26-67. One of his biggest results recently was he was the North American Grand Tour finalist, where he lost to Canada's Wang, who at one point was 58th in the world. But that match is a world away, because right now he's got to try to take down Jishan Liang if he's going to give ICC a chance. Oh, that's a very confident shot. I mean, he missed it, but just going with a full stretch, slap forehand, cross court.
The big forehand of Jishan, it's difficult to block. The ball jumps and goes faster.
It's a tough break for Bob Chen there. Jishan apologizing, but I mean, both players showing really good reflexes, kind of a heads-up play there. Jishan able to come out on top.
One 0 and 5-1 for Jishan. Looking good right now.
Bob Chen is so fast. I mean, Jishan hit a very fast serve, deep, right into the body. He had no problem getting around it and making a nice, comfortable forehand inside out. Ooh. Jishan showing a little bit of blocking skill there. Not quite able to get that on the table.
Trying to reinforce what you said, he's so fast. He did a forehand from the forehand side and then again from the backhand side.
You see Bob Chen's teammate over there getting fired up. They know how important this is. It'll be very difficult to come back after losing the first two matches and the first two games, at least in the second match.
Yeah, I think that guy is one of the coaches in ICC. He's here just to coach, I feel. A very good surprise flip from Jishan.
Jishan showing that he can attack a number of ways. Not only with a forehand, not only with the backhand, with some flips. A lot of different things he's got going on. totally fooled by that serve. I guess it was topspin. It looked like under to me from here, Rajat.
I think it looked under to me too. A little bit of side, but under.
Bob Chen fighting here to try to keep this game close.
Bob Chen also doesn't have any expression on his face. Like, he's very... Seems like calm, but even no expression.
He's the Wei of the ICC team, maybe. And that's one of the 2 serves from Jishan that Bob Chen is able to steal away. He would love to get a second here.
I think it's working well for him to keep it short.
Wow, Jishan's showing some defense there, and then in a blink of an eye converts it back to offense with that huge lefty forehand.
Very good point from Jishan.
Bob Chen really wants both of these points on his own serve right here. Ah, nice little edge there for Bob Chen. He's going to take it.
Yeah, a lucky point. Quickly apologizes it, and then...
They'll play on. It's part of the game, right, Rajat?
Yeah.
Ooh, he was going to unload on that backhand.
You see how he was anticipating the ball? He was like already moving towards the forehand with the backhand flip. And Bob Chen is back at 9-9.
Both players going to towel. Try to strategize what they're going to do here. I wonder if Jishan is going to keep being aggressive. Oh. Now Jishan is the one benefiting from a little lady luck right there. He should go kiss the net. It was perfect for him. It gives him a game point.
Yeah, I feel everybody was almost expecting the ball to be back. Good point. Lucky point.
Oh, and Bob can't get the let court back in his favor. He is down 2 games to love now. Jishan playing very well to bring it up to a 2-0 lead. I mean, this is danger time for ICC. They're very close to being down 2 matches to 0. They'll need to win out the last 3 in order to win. And if Wang is playing again, you got to think that he'll be able to close it out in one of those 3 matches, which he is. If it were to get that far, it would be Wang versus Bob Chen in the 4th match. A match I would be interested to see because, you know, Bob Chen's got that really controlled style. He probably has some long rallies, but first they got to get past Zhang, which would be in the 3rd game. Again, looking ahead a little bit, but man, ICC's got a battle here.
I see, exactly. I mean, if Westchester wins this one, as you said, I think Zhang is going to be pumped up, and he would like to finish it 3-0. I think it's a very, very important game, this one.
I bet you Jishan just comes out firing. Oh, but Bob Chen comes out firing. Maybe he's going to try to up the aggression here. He doesn't want to get pushed around this whole time. These guys are hitting it very hard.
It's how confident they feel right now. Bob Chen again goes with a small forehand, good placement down the line.
That was not easy to get that down the line. You gotta believe everybody's gonna go cross court to the backhand right there. But you see he is trying to be aggressive. I mean, that was a lower shot, a little bit less air under the ball. He is trying to push the envelope here, try to bring the game to Jishan. Ah, see, there he goes again.
He needs to play more like this, Bob Chen, to be back in the game. A bit more surprises, more balls on the table.
Great banana flip to open that point. He'll probably go for more of them, and now he's got 4-2 with 2 serves to the good. He'll badly want to extend this lead to 6-2 if he can. Try to start the comeback. Got let ball here. Bob Chen to serve again at 4-2.
Almost blocked it back, Jishan. Very close.
That's that speed, though, from Bob Chen, man. He went all the way over there and just slapped it. And that ball just twisted out of there. Did it crack?
I think it was good placement, and he hit a side, which we usually don't hit. It was like the reverse topspin side.
Yeah, it went way out of the way. So Bob Chen did get that 6-2 lead. Would love to get another point here. Keep extending that lead. Keep Jishan away. Bob Chen's got to be kicking himself. I mean, Jishan's not known for his defense. Had him right where he wanted him.
These lob balls seem to be like a bit difficult. The ball coming all the way up and then bouncing behind.
But these are the points that Bob wants to have. I mean, he wants to get Jishan Liang off the table, not being as aggressive. And now he's looking at 7-4, possibly 8-4 if he can get away with this serve here.
You're right, Brian, exactly. Jishan wants to play on the table.
That's just an unbelievable shot. I mean, how did he go down the line with that? It's so hard. Bob was not anywhere near that ball. Maybe if he was fancy, he could have tried it around the back or something.
Jishan knows it, like he really wants to get this game. If Bob Chen gets a game out of here, he gets confidence, he gets back in the game.
And the let cord going Bob Chen's way. Didn't go his way at the end of the second game. Something tells me he'd want to trade those two if he could. But now he's got 9-5. And looking very confident now. Although I guess you really can't tell what what he's feeling at all. But hitting some big shots, that's for sure.
No expressions.
And
So
he takes it 11-5.
I don't know if you saw in this game, but Bob Chen is starting to serve with his reverse pendulum serve, which you do a little bit like on the reverse side. And he got many points. Before he was just doing usual chop service, no spin service, and now he's doing the reverse pendulum. It's working very well. So probably he's got a trick.
One thing that I also noticed, Rajat, is that he's been having some good success with that slow, heavy loop down the line out to Jishan's forehand. It's been opening up the point well for him. It seems like Jishan wants to run around his backhand so much that he's not quite ready for that. And that's where Bob is able to take advantage.
Yeah, you see Wang, who's coaching Jishan right now. He's trying to tell him like, hey, play more backhand, don't turn around. Because he's going forehand, so be ready on the forehand. Play more backhand.
There it is again. Jishan favoring that backhand side, not quite ready.
And Bob Chen starting with the reverse pendulum serve again. He feels very confident about that service, I think.
I mean, it looks like that's the play right there. Jishan not quite able to read that reverse pendulum, and then Bob Chen attacking out to the forehand.
It was a bit premeditated. He always ready to flip.
Bob Chen showing just a little bit of disappointment there. Couldn't really see it on his face, but he was like mouthing something, so must be something going on there. So the umpire giving Bob Chen a warning for his serve. It looks like he wants Bob to present the ball flat on his palm before beginning the service motion.
Two-one, 3-all for Jishan. Only mixing it up.
Bob Chen going to the towel, trying to slow things down. Jishan would love to just smack a few forehands here, try to close this one out in the fourth. Yeah, with a couple more forehands like that, could be back sitting down with his teammates and looking at a nice 2-0 lead for the Westchester Aces. I mean, he totally went for that. That's one of those ones where, you know, he's about to hit the ref, basically. He's going to run right into him.
If I was the referee, I would have been a bit further away. Safety reasons.
Bob Chen trying to pull away Wang there and chop. Didn't quite work at the same way that Wang's does. Now he's in real trouble though at 4-5. And that's exactly the point he wanted. Confident forehand, powerful, keeping him neck and neck with Jishan in this game.
A good reverse pendulum serve, short on the forehand, and then hard topspin in the center, in the body of Jishan.
Bob Chen looking very controlled out there. You rarely see him, you know, you saw Jishan kind of hop there with a backhand, and it's because he wasn't up close enough to the ball. Bob Chen, on the other hand, very precise with his movements. Seemingly always in position, and now he's extended the lead to 7-5 with 2 serves and an opportunity to get it to 9-5 if he can hold.
You're so right, Brian. Like, you see, Bob Chen this time, he waited just 1 second more to hit that high ball. Not trying to rush in, trying to be calm, not showing many emotions. Working well with the reverse pendulum serve.
This time he went out to Jishan's backhand, and he wasn't ready for that either. So really showing a lot of different attacks. And that's just Jishan going completely for broke there. I mean, he was standing straight up.
You could see that coming from Jishan. He didn't hit one big forehand since the last 5 points. He was getting a bit
like a teapot just on the boil. Something happened there. Jishan putting his hand up, but it looks like, I don't know what he was apologizing for necessarily.
I think it hit his edge.
Did it hit the edge?
I guess.
Must have. Jishan playing a great point there to get to 8-all.
Yeah, Jishan doesn't usually miss these kind of balls, like a chop one from behind. He's a very good player on against choppers also.
Chen really needs a couple of these points here to stay alive in this match. He's going for that reverse pen hold every time, and it's been working.
Very crucial point for this one for Chen. The reverse pendulum serve is like working a lot.
I'd like to see him go body with a third ball again. Didn't need to. That pendulum serve is doing really well for him.
So what it's doing, the reverse pendulum serve, is it's going to the forehand of Jishan. So Jishan cannot flip with his backhand because it's coming from outside. And so Jishan is forced to like kind of push it or like cover it from his forehand, which gives him an easy ball. So Jishan now tried to flip it from the forehand, which is not a strong point, and he lost the point.
That flip just sitting up a little bit too high. Jishan punishing it, showing no fear.
This is Jishan at his best. Like forehand. Oh, we have a flash.
Somebody in the audience videotaping with flash. Jishan saying no, sir. Or no, ma'am, actually, in this case.
You see how important point it was, and Chen, no reaction. He wins the point, he looks down, keeps the bat on the table, goes back to his coaches.
I'll tell you what, Chen has two big weapons in my mind. I mean, and they're not strokes. It's not a forehand. It's not a backhand. His two weapons are, this guy is unshakably calm, more so than Wang, really. And also, the dude is so fast. I mean, he's never out of position.
You're right, Brian. He's so fast. He's like very fit, running everywhere. He won a very crucial point from behind the table. If you saw, he was losing all the points from behind the table. He was putting the balls on the net. And this one, he concentrated hard and he just let it go up, won the point, looked down, kept his racket, and then went back again. This guy really believes it. And I think he's going to come back again do the same reverse pendulum serve to the forehand, continue his game, and be calm and keep making points. I would be surprised if he makes a mistake like Whenzhang trying to crack the ball very hard.
Absolutely. And you know, it's interesting because a lot of coaches, they coach fiery temperaments, you know, Joola after every point. Chen's showing that the exact opposite can be effective as well.
Yeah, exactly. We are really witnessing this like working very well for him.
Jishan, on the other hand, is going to want to bring some firepower in this fifth game to try to steal it away. And there's a little bit of that fire. It's fire versus ice right now.
Jishan's going to go with his forehand this time. He's going to like back it up. A cho from Chen.
Cho from Chen. He's really wanting this right now. Got a little fist pump too.
I think he got a lucky point because his push was high.
Oh, now we're cooking. Chen. He's striding around with a purpose. He's going to go back to that reverse pendulum, and he's going to try to win another point. Jishan now looking a little uncomfortable. I think it's coming up to a little bit of timeout time. Shaking his head.
Table tennis is really like that. You just find one thing, so one reverse pendulum serve and one topspin, and it gets you, puts you in the rhythm.
Oh my goodness, that was heavy. Jishan putting a little extra air on that ball to make sure it lands on the table, but so heavy. Bob not able to control it. Looks like we're in for another back and forth fifth game here.
It's gonna be very close, Brian, I think.
Couldn't be closer right now, that's for sure. 3-all in the fifth. Two guys kind of peaking right now in the fifth game. Both playing very well.
It's a good finals. A club from New York and the other from San Francisco, California, New York.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
How close can it get?
East versus West. Another murdered ball. Looks like it. Tally's up to 4. Are they going to call a let? Is it going to be a let? It's 3-all.
Well, I think
It's broken on the shank.
they're gonna call this let because they did this before, so it's gonna be like something different. But
And that's the rule, Rajat, is that as soon as that ball cracks, it's a let. But it looks like the umpire has the score 4-3 to Jishan, so I think Bob Chen actually gave it to him.
yeah, I think that was good spirit by Bob Chen. Very good spirit, and that's how it should be. I really appreciate Bob Chen's spirit out there. He knew the ball was going out, the ball cracked, and he said, okay, it's not my point, take it.
Right. And that's the first time we've ever seen Bob Chen looking a little bit out of position there. Jishan putting a little bit of a heavy, slow backhand loop on the table. Bob Chen expecting something much more powerful and a little bit too far back right there.
Jishan's playing good this game. The strategy is working. He's hitting the forehand, placing the backhand close to the table.
That is the last thing you want. Jishan looking up at the ceiling as if some light got in his eyes, but he's been playing on this table all weekend, so can't blame that.
Another choke from Bob Chen.
Is this the momentum swing right here? Is it now going to be ICC's 5th game?
I think Jishan is still there.
6-5 to Bob Chen. And now 6-all. Jishan doing a little like a slow flip forehand out to Bob Chen's forehand. It wasn't quite a flip because it went off the table, but at the same time he didn't take the full cut either.
And this is what exactly the good players do, different from people like me and the other players. He changed it at the last game.
Both matches so far in this final round as close as they can possibly be. And Bob Chen looking to be aggressive with that flip. Not quite able to do it. It's Bob Chen trying to be more aggressive and Jishan trying to dial it back. Both players playing outside of their comfort zones in order to try to win this 5th game. Oh, what if it was another net fault there? That would have been, you would never see that from players at this level. Just shows how much they want it.
Jishan taking some timeouts to see he doesn't repeat it again.
And he comes back with a very spinny, looked like, I don't know what spin that was, but it definitely had a bunch of side and spun away from Bob Chen's loop. And now timeout by ICC. This is, they need it.
Yeah, Bob Chen really needed this timeout. I don't know though how will he come back. He gave 2 easy points. The first round he tried to flip it.
And then the second, he just whiffed that slow spinning side spin serve from Jishan. It's tough. Bob Chen is not like an all-out aggressive player at his core. But now he's got 2 serves here. What's been going really well for him is being aggressive off that 3rd ball with a reverse pendulum. Can he continue to execute at crunch time here at 6-8 in the 5th? ICC barely clinging on. Meanwhile, Jishan, he's got the lead. He's going to be feeling very comfortable. I wonder now if he decides to unload on one or if he tries to play it a little bit safer and let Bob Chen make the mistake. And instead he does one better. Hits an unbelievable block cross court.
That's one way to do it actually. Not taking too much risk on the receiving, but blocking well.
Oh, and he really wanted to get that one. Totally going for it. He had that cushion. He had a 9-6 lead there. Now he's got 2 serves to try to close this out. ICC players trying to pump up their guy. Jishan calls the time. Is he calling a timeout? Yes, he is. He's calling a timeout.
That was a good call by Westchester team. Wang there acting as the coach, trying to give him some advice last minute.
I wish I had Wang giving me advice in my matches.
It would have worked, Brian, for sure. He would have let you stay calm, like not make mistakes.
Sure. I wonder, is he going to tell him to dial it back or is he going to say, go for it? And it's funny because we really flip roles here. In the first match, we had Whenzhang being too aggressive against Wang and dropping the match. Now we have Jishan Liang with the lead. Is he going to be too aggressive and drop this match to ICC?
It's a very important point. I don't know, like, so it's Jishan serving at 9-8.
That's
he wins
correct.
the point, it's 10-8, and then Bob Chen serving. So Jishan already has a very big advantage. But he loses this point at 9-9 with Bob Chen serving again the reverse pendulum. Jishan is going to be shaking. So it's going to be a very important point. And we'll see what Jishan comes up with for the serve. Probably he's going to try slide out. Slide out service, two bounce. So that Bob Chen misses the forehand. He goes for the forehand, but he misses it, something like that. What do you think?
I can't begin to guess, but here we go. And that was enough. It wasn't an aggressive flip there with the forehand, but it was deep and it was enough to catch Bob Chen off guard. He wasn't able to navigate that on the table. Now, though, he's got the opportunity to try that 1-2 punch. Reverse pendulum followed up by big forehand. Will Bob Chen be able to do it? Double match point. Oh, then that's the first one saved. Is ICC now going to be the one to save match points? and bring it to 1-all. God, that reverse pendulum's been working really well. I wonder if Jishan is just going to say, whatever, I'm just going to go for it.
I think so. He's going to take a chance. He's going to like go with his forehand hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jishan.
Oh, goodness gracious. He got it. I mean, so what he did there was, it was medium. It was a medium pace shot. He didn't go for too much, but he did go in the weird direction. He went down the line out to Bob Chen's forehand. Bob Chen, fast as he is, wasn't quite there, didn't quite make the forehand. And now the Westchester Aces are up 2-0 with a very strong player in Zhang to try to close it out in straights.
The New York boys are putting a big show out here. Crucial points, they're playing extraordinary. I mean, I think Jishan did that flip on the forehand only probably 2 times in the whole match, and once he did at 2-2, 10-9.
That's definitely right. He wasn't going for that shot. I mean, yeah, he barely showed that shot the whole match, and then right there at the critical juncture, goes down the line with the flip, able to draw the error, and able to close it out. I mean, that was not a given. And we saw already, we had triple match point saved by Wang. Was it going to happen again, but the other way? Not so fast, says Jishan Liang.
I think New York boys played it very well at the crucial points.
So 2 very, very close 5-set matches. However, Westchester Aces come up ahead on both of them. Now, though, we're going to have match. Well, this is a match that ICC has to win. It's a must-win match if they're going to stay in this. We got Zhang versus Jinxin Wang. Kai's on the bottom in the green Westchester shirt, and Jinxin Wang is up on the top in the blue ICC shirt. Just a little background on these 2 players. Jinxin Wang of ICC is 26'78". He's the US Open 2015 champion, and he's got a win over Adrian Christian, who is world ranking high of number 12. And for Zhang, his USATT rating is 2687, so 9 points separating the 2 of them, 10 points, very close either way. And he's the number 1 player in the state of New York. There's a very interesting background story about him. He's probably the youngest player here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Rajat?
So, Zhang, I've played against him probably 2 or 3 times. He's very fast, very, very strong forehand, good services, and he's been hanging around in. So he lives with Will Shorts,
He's a New York Times crossword puzzle maker.
Exactly. So he lives with him in Pleasantville, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen in my crowd, can I get some noise for both teams right here, right now?
Crowd getting fired up for this very important match for ICC. Oh, perfect serve there. Perfect half-length serve.
So Wang Jinxin is let's say a bit more non-traditional Chinese player. So like not very hard hitter. He blocks well, stands tall.
That was a very cool shot there. Stepping all the way around to spike a backhand at the line, but not hit that hard, as you said, Rajat. Perfectly placed, though. Zhang had no chance.
He's coming back in, Jinxin Wang.
I've seen Kai play as well up in Westchester. And he's a guy who can attack very well off of both wings, forehand or backhand.
He has a very good forehand, and if he keeps going like this, I see them coming out.
There's the backhand there. Not afraid to take full swings off of those mid-court, short-court balls. Kai quickly building an 8-4 lead and with 2 serves.
You can see him all pumped up.
The adrenaline is running. They're close to the first prize. And there's another one of those backhands. I mean, he's got no fear hitting those big shots. He's very comfortable.
Kai is feeling very good, actually. The team is 2-0 up. And you see the ICC bench. People have their shoulders down a bit. They don't feel it. It's going to be very, very difficult for Jinxin Wang to come back.
Really quickly, Rajat, let's talk a little bit more about Zhang. So he came to the U.S. at a young age and was planning to live somewhere in Pleasantville. Will Schwartz, on the other hand, is the he's the founder of the Westchester Table Tennis Club up in Pleasantville. Very beautiful facility up there. And basically he said, I will adopt Zhang so that he can stay in the U.S. and play and train. And now it's Zhang's goal to be on the U.S. Olympic team one day.
Yeah, Zhang has matured a lot also. He speaks very good English right now. Goes to school. He has taken this opportunity very well, I must say.
And that backhand technique is so solid, and he can. All right, that's another ball for the graveyard, Rajat.
I think it's 4 right now.
No, it's 5. Are they going to do the let?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's 5 right now.
And they did the let. A miss serve there from Kai. Makes up for it with the next one. Now we're 2-all. Jinxin Wang looking very uncomfortable out there. Kai, on the other hand, attacking at will. Man, he was totally fooled by that serve. That one was buried in the bottom of the net. Probably hit his own side of the table before it even got there. Now Jinxin coming to life there, hitting some big forehands, getting a little energy. He's going to need it.
I'm just surprised by the way Jinxin's playing, because he missed one flip, as you said. Maybe it bounced on his side. He still went for the other flip and still made it.
That's that champion's memory, Rajat. You got to forget it. Just go straight to the next point. No fear.
So momentum on Jinxin Wang side right now. Zhang making a small comeback. Let's see how it goes this time.
Jinxin really wants one of these serves. Or sorry, this second of 2 serves. Try to keep some distance between the two. I really like Kai's game. I mean, he can attack. I mean, so compared to, say, Whenzhang, he can attack both sides equally well, at the front of the table, at the back, even more so than even Jishan, I would say.
Definitely, he has very good technique, Zhang.
ICC camp standing up, Whenzhang on his feet. They know how important this is.
This is the last weapon that they have. They really need to be back in this game.
That's the return Jinxin wanted. Nice dump in the net. Can he get another? I hear what you're saying though about Jinxin's game. It's kind of weird. It's not obvious that he likes to run around one side or the other, but then he's not necessarily that aggressive. Doesn't necessarily stand that close and block either.
He usually never turns around either.
But he'll want that one back. He had a great look at a forehand inside in. Oh. Trying to be aggressive with that backhand out wide of the Zhang forehand. Missed it, and we're back at deuce. That's the second time Zhang's been fooled by that. He's very disappointed. I mean, he's looking at his racket, he's looking at his team.
He's very surprised. He feels like it's not backspin, but it's very, very backspin.
Unbelievable miss. We hadn't seen Zhang miss a ball that easy, or anybody on both of these teams for that matter. He had the ball he was looking for. Jinxin Wang, I should say, getting very lucky there. He's coming away with that second game.
I think Kai needs some calmness from his teammate Wang and Jishan in this point. He missed an easy ball. He just slightly panicked out there. And Jinxin Wang is back in the game. With his serves, with his backhand openings and backhand blocks, like more like jabs, I would say. And now some back forehand toss spins also.
If you're Zhang, tell me, or just basically help me get my head around Jinxin Wang's game. Like, what is he doing out there that helps him win? It doesn't look like he has like a huge forehand or in one particular shot. He's not necessarily that fast looking either. What's he doing out there?
So he's opening very well from the backhand side. So he doesn't turn around, he opens from the backhand. I think it's very spinny, his backhand. And then after he's in the game, he's putting the ball to the right place. You hit hard on his backhand, he blocks. You hit hard on his forehand, he blocks. So he's in the game there. And that's it, like now he started to turn around and he's more predictable.
Oh, Zhang trying for something fancy, going to the left hand. Although, really, he probably didn't have a choice. Jinxin making a great block, short, out wide. Zhang didn't have a shot.
This is Jinxin's strength. Blocking good at the right point and then attacking after.
He really mixes up his game well, you're right. Graveyard calling for another ball. We're at 6 now.
6 balls in one round of a match.
Are they going to call the let? Yes, they are. So they're going to leave it at 2-all.
A mention also about the manager of ICC, Rajul Seth. He'll be watching this match very closely. He's like very much into table tennis. I don't think he'll be very happy at this point.
I really like ICC. I've been out there. Beautiful, beautiful facility out in Milpitas, California, on the other side of the bay. If you're ever in the Bay Area, you should definitely check it out. It's a great facility. A lot of great coaches out there. Same with Westchester if you're in Pleasantville.
I think after that, Rajul will be a bit happier.
Zhang, not the tallest guy, but showing that he can reach over the table and still get a ton of power at the edge of his reach. Makes it 3-all. Looks like we got an edge there.
Lucky point for Jinxin Wang.
The complexion of this match, if you're just in a very kind of touch and go little situation here.
It's looking very, very close.
One of these guys needs to step up and break it wide open. That's a cool shot. I mean, it's not a flip, it's a punch.
Yeah, it was more like a punch actually, which works because it changes the pace of the game.
And off of underspin though, I mean, that was definitely an underspin shot, just a little bit high. Oh, yes.
And those are the blocks he's known for. Like, when you're expecting the least, he puts it back on the table.
You know, that's interesting too, because he wasn't that close to the table. Typically, when you do those counter blocks like that, you got to be close to the table, but he was able to get it past Zhang. And there again, he's showing some great, and he's showing a lot of different things, this guy. I really like it. Jinxin Wang is showing us that you can win with a lot of different moves. Zhang, on the other hand, We know how he's going to win. He's going to hit huge backhands, huge forehands. He's going to attack.
So 7-5, the toweling point, and back in the game.
Wang really frustrated with that. I mean, he had him right where he wanted him, but then Zhang benefiting from a little net cord there.
Yeah, Jinxin Wang were not very happy about it. And Zhang got a yellow card for that.
What was the yellow card for? What I want to say it was maybe because he celebrated the net cord. I'm not sure. I mean,
No, I think he apologized, but it was for something else. The yellow card. But a good point.
doesn't seem to have bothered him. He's now up 9-7 with a serve. Poised to close it out if he can hold 2 points here.
So 4 quick points by Zhang, and he's looking to close out the game with his serve. I think a good back underspin serve.
That is a huge forehand. I mean, we got Jinxin Wang talking to the ref. Play resumes though. Triple game point. There it is. Zhang puts his team 1 game away
And Kai Zhang
from the
takes
championship.
The third game in this match, 11-7.
I think in this game, Kai looked very comfortable, even though he lost a few points. But
Who wants to see ICC make a comeback? Can you make some noise for ICC? Okay. Is there anyone here who wants to see Westchester close it out right now? Make some noise for Westchester.
Looks like we got a lot of Westchester fans out here, which makes sense. We're on the East Coast. Probably a lot of these people are from the New York area. They probably know, I mean, they've probably seen all these guys actually. Versus ICC, they're kind of the visiting team coming from San Francisco.
definitely makes sense. Most of the teams around here are from New York, New Jersey, Maryland, DC,
Absolutely.
South, but only 1 or 2 teams from California, even though they are very good in table tennis there.
It's a long trip to make, that's for sure. Now though, we're gonna see Jinxin Wang is able to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Extend this match. He's gonna try to pump himself up as we saw right there.
So Jinxin Wang making a quick comeback.
Perfect start for Jinxin Wang, up 5-0. I mean, it must have been 2 minutes less that had gone by. Another ball, not for the graveyard or just lost in the...
I think we have a new ball again. Not for the same reason.
So that ball went under the bleachers. So it's alive out there somewhere. Oh, that would have been a sick shot. I mean, who goes for that? Round the pole, backhand, punch.
That was a brave shot. I would have just tried to curve it around the net. and put it back on the table.
Absolutely.
And with that point, we see that Kai is again coming back in the game. 5-3. That must have been a relief for Jinxin. A good forehand to win a good point, crucial point.
I like that forehand. His whole body showed that he was going to go cross court. At the very last second, he takes that inside out, and slow too. I mean, he kind of has to because he hit it so late. Kai was not able to react in time.
So again, we see momentum back on Jinxin's side.
Jinxin not pleased. I mean, even I could see that was topspin right there. I think he was berating himself for not attacking that ball. But that's the best way to come back from a poor receive like that, is with a great serve of your own. 2 in a row gives him 6 game points. Looks like we're going to a 5th.
Jinxin's changed his serve a bit. He's serving a bit longer now.
Zhang sort of throws that game away. And now we're looking at another 5th game. 3 for 3, 5 gamers. I'll tell you what. Go ahead, Rajat.
This is going like really close. You know, like all the games going to the last set, and it's all going to come down to 10-8, 10-9, who keeps the nerves and who keeps calm and stuff. Let's see how it goes.
One thing I was going to say, Rajat, is I really appreciate Jinxin Wang's game. I mean, I just kind of it gives us hope for the hackers out there, you know, like, well, maybe like you, but more like me. You know, can you reach a high level without these unbelievable forehands and backhands? Of course, he's got them for sure, but you know, it's not out of this world play like these other guys. You know, it seems within reach.
You're right, you're right. We've seen very different styles in this finals itself. And it's a good hope for different people to like not only have a big booming forehand like Jishan or Whenzhang.
Yeah, or unbelievable speed like Chen. I'm going to go home and practice that shot, Rajat. That is a really cool shot that he has there.
And it looks pretty simple. It's not even like a banana flick or something, just a small punch.
Jinxin's going to want that forehand back, but really needs this point here. Keep it close. That's a great backhand. That's one of the first times we've seen him make one of those otherworldly shots, which is, you know, a hard backhand with plenty of spin off of a hard backhand with plenty of spin from Zhang.
You're right, Brian. Like, he doesn't seem very extraordinary. But hey, he's already won the US Open.
Ooh. Coming back on the Zhang side, that leg cord, we're at 3-all. These matches are so close for Rajat.
You're right, Brian. They're getting very, very close. All the nerves out there need to be very calm. And another element of his simple game, he just served long. He was ready to block. And he says, let's see what happens. He got a point. He definitely missed his service this time, and he laughs about it.
That is the last thing he wanted there. He wanted to extend that lead. Instead, he's at 4-all. Look at that ICC team. They're getting right up. They want their guy to keep them in this match.
Yeah, the ICC bench is all up. They really sense it here. They really sense it here.
Jinxin had, you know, he's got the little bit of lead. Now he's got the serve. I agree with that play. I agree with that aggression. Is he going to regret it now? Ah, that was a great serve. It looked dead. But then it ended up being pretty heavy under. Zhang not able to read it.
Yeah, I think after this point, he wouldn't regret the previous shot. Maybe he would have previously if he had lost that point.
Ah, again. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I guess it's got a little bit of under on it. It looks dead.
It's very deceptive, this serve. It looks dead. I think Zhang read it dead. But on both times, he clipped the net. So either he underestimated it, or it was actually backspin.
Yeah, had just enough on there. Oh, that was that shot again. You see the reaction from the ICC bench. Jinxin Wang wants to come away with one of these serve points off of Zhang. Oh! That's Zhang raising his game right there. I mean, Jinxin Wang had won a bunch of those points in the past when he goes heavy cross court and then the block.
Good block.
But this time Zhang was ready for it. Took it out to the open corner.
So Jinxin Wang has been winning only service points in this game.
What is he doing on that serve? I mean, Zhang is not reading it. We got timeout from the the Westchester squad.
Yeah. I think Wang sensed it. He sensed it that he's losing a lot of service points. He cannot afford to lose another service point at 7-8, which makes it 9-7. Said, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. Probably change the way you wait for the ball. Maybe Zhang was too backhand oriented, and maybe he was too wait on the forehand. We can wait and see.
I mean, this is a really cool matchup here, Rashad. Zhang has unbelievable strokes. So powerful, so fast. And then again, we got Jinxin Wang over here, who doesn't really have any of that. But look, he's up 8-7. He's somehow hitting these crazy serves that Zhang can't return, although they don't look that crazy from our perspective. I mean, they all look dead. But Zhang, a very highly rated player, you know, missing all of them, basically. I mean, he won 3 points in a row, at least, off of just received misses.
That was a good point by Jinxin. A good backhand followed by a very well placed forehand. Now he looks
ready to take this one.
Yeah, he's sitting good at 9-7. And probably again serving again at 10-8, possibly.
That's what he definitely wants. He might even just close it out right here.
Exactly. He might just close it out.
Zhang with a wild miss on the backhand flip. Triple match point. Ooh. Ah, we have a timeout. Jinxin Wang missing a little regulation push there. Now the ICC team does not want to leave anything to chance. Are we going to just see another missed return from Zhang, or Is he going to really raise his game here? I mean, Jinxin Wang is doing all the right things, apparently, just basically making Zhang look kind of dumb out there. He's making a ton of mistakes. Jinxin, on the other hand, looking very comfortable.
I think Kai's coach is telling him, don't go for the rapid shot, don't go for the fast shot, just keep the ball, let's see what happens. And he's telling him, like, if you want to open, just try to do it slowly maybe. He was not very happy when he hit the ball out. Let's see what serve Jinxin Wang comes out with. He probably won all of his points this time in this set on his serve. 10-8.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
He had a long serve.
Yeah, he was going for the body.
The same service, which looks no spin, but it acts as backspin, worked again for Jinxin.
I gotta go get a lesson at ICC and have him show me how to do that one.
That's definitely worth it. If you can learn a serve, which can get you 4 points
Off of Zhang.
in the 5th set, I would bet on that.
Right.
And it's the easiest thing to learn, like probably learning a backhand or forehand. Maybe it's more work than learning a serve.
That's a great point, Rajat. Too many players out there. They don't devote enough time to the serve and then also the return. But the thing is, that's the shot that starts every point. Having a really good serve is just so good. You know, you can just add 100 rating points just by getting a really, really good serve.
So now,
go ahead.
So now we have Wang back in the arena with his defense and his experience and his calm. And we have on the other side, as you were saying, the ice cold man, Bob Chen.
Both players very calm, that's true. Jinxin Wang able to just keep his team in there. ICC down 1-2. Still a must-win match for ICC. If Westchester gets this match, then they'll have 3, and that'll close out the championship. But this will be a fun matchup. We've seen both players already, but just to go back really quick, we have Bob Chen from ICC in the blue at the bottom of your screen. He's a 27-26 rated player. Won the North American was the finalist at the North American Grand Tour, where he lost in the finals to Canada's Eugene Wang, who's got a high of 58th in the world. Down below, at the top of your screen, we have Wang, who was once the #1 player in Spain, has a current USATT rating of 28.15, had a world ranking of number 78. So actually, I would say that he's probably the most decorated player on either team. But again, as we mentioned earlier, he's a little bit older. He's in his mid-30s. So will fatigue be a factor in this match?
I think they're discussing right now about how to act on the points when the ball cracks.
Is that right? Whenzhang coming in, he's got to say. And going back a little bit, so Bob Chen showing that he is, I would say he's the fastest player that we've seen so far. The guy's so fast, always in position. And then Wang, a chopper with short pimples on the backhand side. He's able to show that he's able to vary up all that spin on the chop, sometimes dead, sometimes very heavy, and then also able to attack with those short pips. And then also able to attack himself with his forehand, showing that in the earlier matches that he's not afraid to attack, and also not afraid when he's down triple match point.
Exactly. He is very calm. And he's going to bring the same experience back on the table. He's going to think we are 2-1 up. There is no need to do any kind of Superman kind of stuff. Just do the basics. He's gonna just try out the first 2 sets while chopping and see if Bob Chen is very good against the choppers. And if not, if it's like turns out like Tao Whenzhang, then he's gonna just attack. So he's a very calculated player. He studies the game very well.
The ICC team already fired up. They know how important this match is. And you know, that's a great play against the choppers, to go straight down the middle. Sometimes they can't get out of the way in time to make a good chop.
That's a very, very good play, Brian. That's very... You got it very right. All the players who play good against choppers, they go consistently in the body.
And that's what Wang will do all day. He's going to hit a heavy, heavy, heavy chop. Bob Chen can only push it back up, and he's right there from, you know, moving from 10 feet behind the table in the corner to right up on the table, hit a huge forehand.
He's very good at that.
There's that body shot again, Rashad, as you were saying.
Exactly. This would be a very interesting match. So far, Bob Chen seems to be not very bothered by the chopper style, defensive style play.
Now it's the ICC team who's getting very fired up. Westchester looking a little bit glum over there, or maybe they're just confident. Oh, that's that great topspin serve. I mean, it looks under, it looks side, but it is heavy, heavy top. Jumps out at you.
Yeah, and kicks out a lot.
But now a couple missed forehand loops from Bob Chen. As you mentioned earlier, those short pips, he can really vary the spin, can Wang.
Wang is back in the game. 5-5.
An odd miss, you don't really see that at this level of the game. I don't quite know what happened there, but Bob Chen's going to take it.
I like the reaction of Wang. He missed it. He said, okay, no problem. Let's do it again.
It's that short forehand down the line I liked a lot in Bob Chen's previous match against Jishan Liang. But it looks like Wang is up to the challenge. He's able to return that pretty easily, and also with a very heavy chop.
This is going to be a very interesting match. I mean, I think Wang, if I remember well, has only lost one match in the whole tournament. And he's lost one match to Jörg Roskopf.
Is that right?
Yeah, and probably Roskopf and Patrick Sila. These are the two European players who never lose on choppers. That was a very good backhand from Bob Chen. Unexpected. Forehand all the game and suddenly a backhand.
Right, you're absolutely right. He hasn't shown us a huge loop off the backhand side in this match or in the last.
So far it seems like Bob Chen is comfortable with the chop balls, but not with the no spin balls. The no spin balls he's hitting everywhere outside the table. Only the chop balls he's very good at.
And now 4 game points in a row for Bob Chen. Also 2 serves.
This would be a very interesting match, I think.
Bob Chen takes it. Wang looking, I want to say, looking a little bit tired, a little bit beleaguered out there. That being said, I mean, he's definitely got more in the well.
I'm sure Wang will come up with some new tricks or some new way to attack or new serve or something. He's been doing that the whole tournament. I saw all matches against everybody he beat. He's been very intelligent. He lost only one match to York Roscoff. And Roscoff, like he's been regarded as one of the best players against choppers of all time. I mean, if you make top 5 list in the whole world, I think York Roscoff and Patrick Chila must be there. Patrick Chila from France. He's like great. These two are most reliable people against choppers.
Meanwhile, Bob Chen getting a lot of advice from his team over there. They really want him to win this one, so then we can go to an all on the line 5th rubber. That would be something to see. Right now they got to get out of this. They got to get past Wang. Arguably the best player in the tournament.
So far so good for Bob Chen. Let's see what changes he brings in Wang.
Wang going for aggression early, it looks like. Wasn't able to get that on the table. And that serve is unbelievable. I mean, that was that serve that had been topspin in this match and the previous match. But you saw there that it was heavy, heavy underspin.
Yeah, he's mixing up his serve. You see again the no spin ball. No spin ball and he's hitting out. Probably not very comfortable with the no spin balls.
No spin chop. And the thing though is visually it looks like it's very heavy because he's taking this big cut of the ball. Whoa, that was a sick shot. I mean, he's crouched over there, way out by the barrier, and from some, like basically on one knee, just crushes the ball. Bob Chen's not able to react.
Very good shot, surprise shot.
And this is not the start that Bob Chen wanted. ICC guys trying to fire up their man.
Missed a few easy balls and now no confidence.
This time he read that topspin serve very well. Able to attack and show off that speed again, get way around that backhand, or well, the serve was going out to the backhand. He was able to get way around it and hit the forehand.
He took a step back, just waited, anticipated for the ball to bounce, That's good.
Bob Chen clawing his way back into this match after, or in this game anyway, after a slow start. And they're benefiting from a nice little leg cord. So 4-all.
Yeah. Quickly apologizes for the net cord and then back in the game.
Wang showing off his aggression. That's a huge forehand. Even the speedy Bob Chen can't get in position.
The backhand serves are working very good for now. Sometimes short, sometimes long. This time long.
You're right, he's been hitting almost exclusively backhand serves.
This time he was not very ready, Wang, to chop. He got surprised from the ball on his forehand and he was like, hey, let's get back.
And that was that body aim right there. Going the forehand heavy into the body. Wang not quite able to get out of the way.
I think this is a situation which Bob Chen would like. Wang chopping more than doing his backhand serve and attacking behind.
There it is again, Wang benefiting from that combo there. Backhand serve followed up by a huge forehand. And there it is again. He's got the formula at least to win all of his serves. Will Bob Chen be able to respond here?
The backhand serves are working very well. That was such a good counter topspin. He was right on the ball.
There's a little surprise from Bob Chen. Strong backhand cross court that he hadn't been hitting before.
Do we see a short serve or a long serve?
Oh, goodness gracious. For once, Bob Chen totally reading the serve. In a perfect position to win the point. Beautiful drop shot block there. And then Wang escapes to the point because he hits that edge.
Lucky point.
Now triple game point for Wang. So Bob Chen able to return that serve again. Maybe he's got it figured out. Maybe in this third game, Wang is going to have to go to something else. But in the meantime, he still hasn't closed it quite out yet, has Wang. That's got to be the rally of this whole match right here.
That was a great rally.
I mean, their forehands so heavy. Both of them just grunting with exertion there. I mean, those shots that just have like a bazillion RPMs on them.
That was a great rally. And did you see the placement of Bob Chen? He was like one on the forehand, one on the center, one on the forehand, one on the center.
Absolutely, and he won off the center
yeah.
ball.
Great thinking.
Still a match point, game point. Oh, and he did so well to save two of them to get to 10-9, 9-10 I should say, and then to drop it on that first ball like that. Not what Bob Chen was hoping for.
So we are back 1-1. Wang brings all his experience, his backhand serve, his forehand topspin, chops, and he's back in the game.
Yeah, you gotta believe that that was a very important game for Bob Chen. I mean, it's tough to call underdog, overdog here, but by the way that the ICC camp is getting up and being fired up, and you know, of course it is a must-win game for them, but you get the feeling that Bob Chen is the underdog in this situation with Wang with all his experience and having just beaten Whenzhang. He really wanted to get that second game and build himself a nice 2-0 lead. Instead, he's looking at 1-1 and parity.
You know, sometimes like you're playing very well, you're getting all your shots in, you're playing very good and stuff. And at the end, you lose the set. And Bob Chen is feeling that, I feel. He feels he's playing good. He feels he's not doing that bad, and he's just being undone. So probably he's getting a bit frustrated out of this one. He needs to keep his calm back and keep doing the same things again, I think. Wang is not an easy customer. He's not gonna give up so soon. He's gonna take it 5 sets, 10-10, 11-11. He's gonna take it away.
Nice backhand to open it up. Bob Chen utilizing that short shot more often in this match.
Going to the body again. A no spin service, short on the forehand, and then good toss spin on the body.
That's a play that's been working for him. I'd be interested to see now if Bob Chen's able to respond to the play that's been working for Wang, which is this backhand serve followed up by big forehand. Let's see what happens. Looks like he read it again. A great push, angled, heavy, short. Wang could do nothing but push it back and give Bob Chen the opportunity to take initiative.
You're right, Brian. Actually, what worked for Bob Chen this time is he went under the ball. And most of the time, he cannot guess if it's like a short or a long one, so he's not able to get under the ball.
That's a really good shot that Bob Chen has. Is that down the line forehand, controlled. I mean, he hardly ever misses it. And it opens up the court so beautifully for him, especially after a nice forehand out the other way, cross court.
4-0.
There it is again, Rajat, that dead chop.
It's working very well. Wang knows it. He's going to keep this for the crucial points, I think.
And that's what plants the seed of doubt in your mind, right, Rajat? You're trying to play a guy who keeps doing different things with the same motion, it looks like. And now you think, well, is this the dead one? Is this the dead one? No, this one's heavy. I just hit in the net. What do I do? What a nightmare.
Exactly. You're so right. So I think Bob Chen's decided he's gonna go for the backhand service. He's not gonna let the pressure build due to the backhand service. Either he's gonna go on it or he's gonna go under the ball and put it short.
I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. It looks like it's just sitting there. It looks like it's a lollipop ready to be crushed. Bob Chen does hit it, but he misses the table by feet. And it's all because that ball is completely dead. God, I love that backhand down the line, Rajat.
He's so comfortable with that. I think he can make it any point, any time you call him. You give him a chop on his forehand and he's going to do that again and again. He's so good at that.
Bob Chen gets a little leg cord in the middle of that point. Able to extend the lead to 7-3. This is exactly where he wants to be. And look at that, Wang swiping his racket.
So I think Bob Chen's secret to this top spin on the chop is like he takes the ball very early and a short action puts a lot of spin.
Oh, yes. We had seen a mirror image of that point earlier in the match. This time Bob Chen read it, knew it was going cross court, there for the beautiful block into the body of Wang.
That was very good anticipation, Brian. He was there on the block. It was hit so hard.
That was the first heavy underspin and chop that we had seen Bob Chen hit into the net. Wonder if Wang is going to go for that shot some more often. And with that miss off the table by Wang, Bob Chen has 6 game points in a row.
It's working very well, Bob Chen's strategy right now. Let's see how he does it.
Net cord saves 1 game point for Wang.
A little bit of lady luck, as you say. Let's see how it goes now.
It'll be tough for him to save 5 in a row, but I've seen worse situations firsthand. Bob Chen doesn't make the same mistake I did when I dropped a 6-match point in a row situation, and he takes it 11-5.
So Bob Chen made a really good comeback in this set. Not only like winning the set, but he more or less put a lot of questions to Wang. He's like, I'm ready for your backhand service, I'm ready for your long service, I'm ready for your short service. I'm gonna either attack your short service or I'm gonna like really dig it in and not let you attack. So he's put a lot of questions to Wang, and now, I mean, before the first set, Wang lost, but he still had a lot of like strategies up his sleeve. Now it will be really interesting what he comes up with. Of course, he has a lot of experience. Of course, the coaches are working on it.
One thing that I think has been working really well for Bob Chen that didn't work necessarily for Whenzhang is that Bob Chen's stroke is just so efficient, compact, controlled, versus Whenzhang, who has those huge pen hold forehands, seems to waste a lot more energy. Bob Chen, on the other hand, I mean, is he even sweating? I mean, he's wiping his head right now, but I don't see any sweat.
That's a very good point, Bran. It's like Whenzhang has a big, huge forehand, but I don't know if it's very spinny. But Bob Chen, very small action, quick action, but very spinny.
He could probably, yeah, he could probably loop like that all day.
That was a great thing actually for even people learning to know how to topspin and like trying to doubt their topspin. I think they should look at this one also.
Wang is just so good at that. As soon as he sees you about to reach for the push, I mean, he's all over that ball. There's nowhere on the table that you can get it where he's not crushing a forehand.
He is very efficient on the court. Not quick, I would say, but very efficient.
There's that dead chop. I mean, is it dead? We're sitting over here calling it dead. I can't tell, that's for sure. I mean, he's doing the same exact stroke. Bob Chen's missing it high, missing it low.
He's mixing it up, I think.
But he's playing it correct with that body. I mean, he's shown that he can win a lot of points that way, Bob Chen.
And you see, Wang didn't like that one.
Bob Chen really frustrated with missing that shot right there. Another regulation push, but on the other hand, he knew that if he left it even an inch high, Wang was going to just annihilate it.
(3-2) for Wang. Probably he'll attack this time.
We haven't seen Wang hit a single forehand serve this entire match. I mean, is that just a scattering report on Bob Chen? The backhand serve really works on him. Maybe they know each other from before, but I'd be interested to see if maybe in like a fifth game situation he goes to a forehand serve.
That was very good placement by Bob Chen.
Yeah.
Right on the extreme forehand.
Yeah, he really angled it out there, dragged him way out into that wall. Now ICC's looking for blood. Will this be the only match so far that didn't go 5? Whoa, Bob Chen with a slap on the table.
I think Bob Chen has the momentum and he wants to make it fast. So he's like, let's go on. And Wang, as all the experienced players do, when they lose point, they take their time, they try to break the rhythm. And Bob Chen doesn't want that to happen.
Absolutely. Oh, now we're in trouble. Wang calling a timeout. Bob Chen with 2 serves at 6-4. Just 5 points away from sealing this match and bringing the dual match, the team match, to 2-all. Wow, wouldn't that be a treat, Rajat?
That would be so great. That would be really good for everybody here watching. I mean, it's been a very good tournament, and that would just be like the best one to happen.
Yeah, the level here has been extremely high. A very, one of the stronger tournaments in recent memory.
I would still not count Wang out of this. He lost 3-4 points, I think 4 points on the row, and 4 relatively easy points because he just chopped one out, chopped one on the net, but he was not feeling it. And now you will see probably he'll try to put the pieces back, calm himself down, take some time that he needed. He was trying to take time between the points, and Bob Chen was rushing it. So
Yeah, there are a lot of mind games to be played with the timing of table tennis as well. Let's see if Bob Chen's able to close it out. I'd love to see a forehand down the line or into the body, which he's done so well. And that was a new shot from Wang. He went for a flip kill out cross court. We hadn't seen that.
I was more surprised by Bob Chen's service. He never did the reverse pendulum against the chopper. It's not a good idea neither.
And he goes away from that reverse pendulum there. Had the opening he was looking for, but that black smooth rubber chop, I guess, is much heavier spin. And he ended up dumping that one in the net.
I think Wang is back in the game. Back in the game with his experience. Took some time off.
Oh, yes. Bob Chen had been so successful with that backhand loop. Every once in a while, surprising Wang. This time, he wasn't surprised at all. And it looks like we have another ball for the graveyard. We're at 7 today.
And I think they redo the point. I don't know where we are with the rules now.
That's right. No, they redo the point. That's right. Whoa, that was a cool shot. Was it around the net?
I don't think so.
It was
but
definitely below the table.
for a minute, I was asking myself a question: who's the chopper?
I mean, that was a clearly Bob Chen's not comfortable hitting that chop, and then it ended up being totally dead. I guess giving Wang a little bit of his own medicine.
Exactly, no spin.
That's a forehand Wang wants back. I mean, he had the perfect opportunity to try to get back to 7-all.
Probably slightly rushed and caught the edge of his racket, and that's a point for Bob Chen.
Bob Chen showing unbelievable amounts of emotion, especially relative to his baseline. We saw for the first time ever Wang running around the backhand to try to hit a huge forehand, but only able to make a push.
That was a smart play by Bob Chen. You see, he pushed it, he played slow, not going for the fast shot like the other guy.
Back into the body, gives him quadruple match point.
And he's back in the game, Bob Chen. He's putting ICC back on the track if he wins this point.
And ICC.
When was the last time we saw Bob Chen so pumped up?
That was
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
unbelievable.
tied at 2 matches apiece right now. The North American Teams Tournament is all coming down to one single 5-game match right here at center court. Get ready.
Doing very well, Bob Chen,
That was a really, yeah. Go ahead, Rajat.
putting ICC back in the game, putting the whole California who's watching this match eager about what's going to happen in the fifth set. They were probably a bit sad when they were down 2-0, but they're back in the game now.
They're back in it. Oh man, I tell you what, that was a really cool matchup. We've seen some cool matchups. That one I would say was the coolest of all of them. I mean, Bob Chen so fast, never out of position, very efficient, compact strokes, calculating play from him, and just the same from Wang. Using his short pips, varying the spins, showing the backhand serve. I mean, that was a chess match, if there ever was one on the table tennis court.
I think that's a very important thing you said, the calculated play, because that's exactly sums it up. That sums it up what Bob Chen did. He was very calculated, didn't go for any extraordinary shots. Kept doing the same thing, kept running, making the machine run, and he's got his team back. And
ICC.
now we see ICC smiling.
I know, yeah, I was just going to say, ICC's all smiles. They got Whenzhang, who, I'm just going to say it right here, I think he's favored in this matchup against Jishan Liang. Not necessarily because, you know, it's a matchup thing, but just because Whenzhang, I believe, is practicing more. He was just in Beijing for an ITTF event, and I'm not sure that Jishan is at that same level currently.
I think you're right, Brian. I think Whenzhang starts favorite because of one reason you already stated. And the other reason is they were down 2-0 and they're up. They're now at 2-2. So they're like in a good situation to come back. So they're like pumped up.
That's right, they have all the momentum emotionally.
But hey, this guy, Jishan, look at his forehand. I mean, you can be training in Beijing, Shanghai or whatever, but I mean, this guy starts rolling his forehand. There are very few people who can block that.
I think both players have humongous forehands.
You're right. I think even like, I don't know, top world players also, you make them play against these guys in this situation with their big forehands and they were like, hey, it's not going to be easy.
That's absolutely right. I mean, has really gone totally down to the wire. This matchup between Westchester Aces and ICC, I mean, we're in the fifth rubber. This is the one, this match right here decides it all. Great body serve to open it up. ICC quick to get pumped up.
See how pumped up he is, Whenzhang.
Right. These ICC guys just willing their player to victory here. They sniffed that first place and that $10,000 prize. Jishan says not so fast. Completely bamboozling Whenzhang with that serve. Jeez Louise, that is a hard flip kill right there.
That was a very good flip. I think it's gonna be a match between two people, strong forehands and power.
All power here. I'm looking around at the crowd right now, Rajat, and I see so many people sort of shadowing their forehand, like, why can't I do that? Why can't I do that?
That's a good point, Brian. I mean, it's gonna need like all this practice of 10 years and so on, and all these shoulders.
That was a cool point there. Jishan throwing his everything into that lefty forehand. Whenzhang up to it though.
Big forehand again from Jishan.
I mean, talk about fireworks. These guys are just throwing bombs at each other left and right. Literally left and right.
And you see how scared Jishan was to block? He's like almost like trembled.
Jishan looking around, kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? Whenzhang, we know, is just going to continue to go for broke. Just the same with Jishan, though. Both of these guys have total flamethrowers for forehands. I mean, I don't even want to call that a flip because he's not flipping anything. He hits down on it almost. How does he get out there so quickly?
I think there's only one theory to it. He just hits hard. We saw him lose a match because of hitting hard, and now he's back at it again.
Oh, God. I see all these people in the crowd. They're shaking their heads. They're shadowing their forehands. They're like, this guy, how does he do it? 3 game points here. First one saved by Jishan, and now he's got 2 serves, though. Will we see some big forehands from the lefty to try to bring it back to 10-all?
I think Whenzhang never tells himself, calm down.
Oh, goodness gracious. Now he's going for huge backhands. Meanwhile, Jishan says, I'll take it. If you can beat me with that shot, then you win. I don't know if you could see it on the screen there, but Whenzhang was prepared to go around the back on that one. Didn't need to, though. He takes it 11-9.
I think we saw in this set whoever was hitting hard missing, but they're gonna still continue. I think Jishan missing a very hazy high ball at 10-9. Whenzhang doing that 3 or 4 times.
But Whenzhang able to land a few more of those critically. A few more forehands going his way. And that's been enough to separate the two. And he's got the first game and a head full of steam. Now, if you're Wang right now, what are you saying to Jishan Liang?
I would say to Jishan Liang, hey, look, you know, Whenzhang always wins his first set because he's good at his serve and he's good at his fast game. But you can come back, you know, because Whenzhang is one of those guys who He served very well in this set. He served all kind of service. The reverse, the backspin, the side spin, the top spin on the backhand, forehand, everything. He's a very good server, but I think good servers are good for like short period, but then people start noticing their game.
Mm-hmm. That's the type of point that Jishan wants to play. A cooking lefty forehand out in the body of Whenzhang. There it is again. He hits it so hard that Tao Whenzhang doesn't have a chance to step around and hit his forehand like he wants.
Look at that service. He's a big server.
And Jishan Liang looking foolish right there. I mean, that thing went up like 2 feet in the air. I mean, that's a joke. It's a joke. The dude's just crushing the ball right now. Jishan can't keep up.
Yeah, it's difficult to compete with this guy for speed and power.
That point right there might be the blueprint for Jishan, right? If he can rush Tao Whenzhang in the early parts of the point when he's a lot closer to table, maybe that's where he'll draw errors from his opponent. You saw he was going for basically the same play there, couldn't execute.
Yeah, it's very difficult to be in Jishan's position right now. He's serving so good.
Commentator's curse, Rajat. You got him. Well done.
He looks at me.
And maybe that little commentator's curse right there, Rajat, will be what Jishan Liang needs to get ahead in this match here. And look at that, a little blocking from Jishan with the backhand. Showing that he can play a little defense.
There was good 2 blocks from Jishan. And the strong serve continues.
Jishan Liang up 7-5 right now. With the serve. Can he come back?
Jishan is using all the left-handed advantage right now.
Oh, yes. I see a lady over here. She's covering her face as if somebody got shot. She's like, what was that? Another kid over here, his mouth is wide open. A bird's gonna fly in there. And now Jishan fires back. He's got 4 game points here to bring it to 1-all.
I think Jishan is back in the game.
Ambitious, ambitious shot there. And who goes for that? Whenzhang probably go for it.
That's also right, actually.
And now a very interesting situation here. Jishan drops 2 game points on his serve. Now Whenzhang with 2 serves. If he holds here, Jishan is going to be, he's going to be very disappointed. Let's put it that way.
I think you're very right. Both being very ambitious.
And there's more of Wenzhang's fantastic serving. I mean, Jishan totally misreading that. Even if it landed on the table, it's going to be high. No way. No way, man. I mean, so Jishan wins that point with a huge backhand. I mean, not a shot that we'd seen him hit. Wenzhang just not, I mean, he's not ready for that. He wasn't ready at all. And now we're at 1-all.
Jishan came out with his backhand from nowhere. Like, never used his backhand in the whole match. And suddenly at 10-9, it's a backhand on the flip.
And especially after dropping 3 game points in a row. I mean, that's bravery right there. Bravery or maybe just crazy. But so now we're at 1-all, Rajat. Again, in this all-important final rubber. Whichever player wins this match wins it all for his team. The guys from ICC would love to come back home to to the Bay Area with a championship. And of course, the Westchester team would love to return to New York.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a very good warm-up tournament for the US Open coming up in December.
You're absolutely right. A lot of these guys will probably be there. Wenzhang, the champion.
It was Wang Jinxin, I think, yeah.
Wenzhang was a champion in 2014. Is it another ball for the graveyard? Let's find out.
I think we are good with this one. I think we are good with this one.
It sounded okay.
So yeah, this is also a very important tournament for the US Open coming up in 2 weeks. And I guess like it's very important like to close the whole year in good results.
Definitely great to finish strong. That was interesting from Wenzhang. I mean, he slowed that ball down a little bit by his standards, placed it perfectly inside out, with a little side action on it too.
That was terrific. I mean, coming back to what you said, it's a very good, I think everybody noticed it. He placed it a bit slowly than usual and worked from him. And maybe he's thinking like that.
A little bit slow right there to get around that. You rarely see him looking out of position like that, trying to bend away from an inside-out forehand.
Whoa, what a backhand.
Now it's Wenzhang's turn to show us that he's not just a forehand either. Oh, but he's still got that forehand. I mean, that is a heavy, heavy shot out to the Back, sorry, out to the forehand of Jishan Liang. Inside out, angled. His opponent
Excellent
had no
placement.
chance.
Excellent
Exactly.
placement.
And this is exactly what ICC is looking for. They want their guy to take this game, get it to 2-1, and then get it to the championship.
Tried to keep the ball short, Whenzhang. Didn't read the backspin on the ball and
That was going to be a monster forehand if it landed.
close game again.
Both players throwing caution to the winds. I mean, they're being so aggressive right now.
I like to see how Jishan is attacking the service right now. He's neutralizing the advantage that Whenzhang had.
Both players now showing they can attack from basically either wing. Whenzhang with a strong reverse penhold backhand there. Out to the forehand of Jishan. Both players really getting fired up. They know how important this game is.
Let's see what service he comes back up with.
Rajat, I love the reactions in the crowd. People are just stunned by what they're seeing. Whenzhang is hitting world-class forehands right now.
He's also very quick. He's like there on the ball. Even though Jishan tried to surprise him on the forehand.
That's right. And now Jishan swipes with his paddle, looking very displeased. Still, he's got the serve here. If he can hold, he can bring it to deuce. Something tells me Whenzhang's going to go for it. And actually he didn't. He was actually trying to go for a slow loop right there. Didn't read it well. Sent it off the table. See what he does here. And it's enough. What we saw there towards the end was Whenzhang going for that flip backhand more and more often. He's able to get it from Jishan there. Go ahead, Rajat.
Yeah, so like Jishan is, I think, serving more of like top spin or side spin than backspin. So we saw earlier Whenzhang pushing them out or like missing those or ball going high. So now he thinks he should flip the ball. So that's why he's trying to flip. But it's very, very close. 11-9, 9-11, 11-9.
I like that symmetry there.
It's all getting down to who plays better at 9-all. You know, we like practice so much in the hall. Every day we make up situations with our practice partners saying, hey, let's play 8-all, let's play 9-all. It all comes down to that today in the match.
That's what they actually do in Beijing all the time. They play little tournaments with each other where the whole thing just starts at 9-all and you advance or you fall out if you can't win those 2 points. That's pressure. So they're used to it.
And usually people have a particular pattern of play at 9-all. So very good flip from Jishan to come back.
It broke the door to the court. The door just fell off over here because that ball just, I mean, what the heck?
That was like, as we say, rapid.
Very severe. Jishan though keeps it close here.
Wow, that was great anticipation by Whenzhang. He received it bad, but he was back up there with the block, right behind the ball.
I was actually just about to say Jishan's playing a little bit too fast. He's rushing around a little bit. Whenzhang able to benefit from a really fast block.
A grunt from Whenzhang. Slightly tiring day.
He's
also.
Yeah, he's throwing himself around that court. Reckless abandon. He knows that he's close, man. He is just throwing his whole body into these forehands. Jishan has to somehow weather the storm. The writing's on the wall.
Ooh, that was amazing. You see everybody seeing the reaction.
Look at this. We got a little dispute here.
Yeah, that was an amazing shot by Whenzhang. It rolled off the table.
Did you see that? Jishan gave him the point. The umpires were going to give that point to Jishan. He knew that that was an around the pole roller forehand that Whenzhang just hit.
Great sportsman spirit by Jishan.
That was really cool to see. A little sweat on the table. I'd be sweating too. Whenzhang really going for it now.
Whenzhang is really pumped up.
It's all aggression right now. What's Jishan gonna do?
He hits that so hard into the body of Jishan. A good timeout call by the Westchester camp.
Something has to be done here. Whenzhang just being so aggressive.
And all of a sudden we have the New York crowd here a bit quiet. People also believing that this is going ICC way.
I mean, if you're ICC, you're telling Whenzhang, just keep doing what you're doing, man. All these shots are landing for you right now. Meanwhile, Jishan, what are those Westchester guys telling him? Are they telling him to try to fight fire with fire and be aggressive, or are they trying to tell him? I mean, that's really the only way out I see for him. He's not a defensive player at his heart. What do you think?
I think they just told him to like hang in there and attack, and maybe Whenzhang gets a bit excited.
And that we saw there that Whenzhang was going to just go for that shot again. I mean, he went down the line. That would have been another roller if he had landed it. Jishan, though, showing that he's ready to attack. Ah, now the ICC camp. You saw they're motioning to their guy. Calm down, calm down.
Yeah, that was one. This is the situation where he needs to calm down.
Ah, and he did. You saw that forehand there. He put a little extra air on it, made sure it got on that table, and he made sure he came away with that point. Now he's 9-6.
That's exactly what you're saying. That's right. He calmed down, actually.
These backhands are coming from nowhere. Jishan smiling, shaking his head. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's like, I didn't sign up for this. I thought he's a good forehand player, big forehand.
Championship point. That's it. And you can see how much it means to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winners of the North American Teams Championships, ICC!
What a comeback.
What a comeback. What a comeback by the team ICC. They really showed it that they are a team here. Jinxin, Wang doing the fight back, and great match.
I mean, we saw there, I mean, the turning point was really when Wang lost to Bob Chen. And I mean, that was where Westchester really needed to close it out, because Wang was their best player playing against Bob Chen, who, you know, I want to say Wang was favored in that match. Bob Chen able to show really good fight and win that match.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brian. I mean, I think Wang had to close it out, especially that he was playing so well this tournament, winning all the matches and stuff. But again, Bob Chen stayed calm in that match. He did what he was supposed to do.
Whenzhang at the end of that event, just forehand after forehand after forehand, and then some backhands too. Really good stuff from Whenzhang to bring the ICC team the championship. Close this out.
Yeah, I was not expecting him to hit those backhands. I was expecting the big serves and big forehands and big rallies, but the backhand was a surprise. He did very well with the backhand. He surprised Jishan also a lot.
Absolutely. What a great match this was. The perfect final, really. We had a comeback from ICC, 2 matches down to 0. They won 3 in a row on the trot, getting through some very tough players in Kai Zhang, Wang, and then finally Jishan Liang in the 5th match. ICC is going to go home with $10,000. Meanwhile, the Westchester Aces here posing for 2nd place. But in any case, my name is Brian Song. I'm here alongside Rajat Hubli. This just concludes the 2016 North American Team Championships. Congratulations to both teams, the Westchester Aces coming in 2nd, and the team from ICC coming in 1st. They are your champions. Stay with us if you'd like to see the trophy presentation. But thank you all for watching, and Rajat and I will be signing off.
Thank you.